Hello, my name is Meghan Ozinga, and I will be talking about the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History. The Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History is located in Washington, D.C., and was founded in 1910. The National Museum of Natural History is only one of 21 museums that the Smithsonian calls their own. The purpose and role of the Smithsonian's National Museum of Natural History is to gain a better understanding of the world and our place in it. With the Natural History Museum being a subsection of their institutions, they have a specific vision unlike their others. The Natural History Museum's specific vision is to confront the big questions involving nature, science, and society. Their principles include our operations and activities will reflect our status as a public trust administered on behalf of the American people. We will conduct our business within an ethos of transparency, and we remain committed to following the highest standards of ethical conduct. Between the years of 2001 and 2019, their user base and visitation was between 8.4 million to 4.2 million. But however, due to the outbreak of COVID-19, their visitation went down to 0.98 and 0.57 million visitors between the years of 2020 and 2021. As of last year in 2022, their visitors amounted to 3.9 million people, and all these visitations were online or in person. The Smithsonian has many different forms of income, but the two most important finds are the federal appropriations and income generated. The funds that come from federal appropriations includes grants and scholarships that are given from the government. The income-generated source of funding comes from gifts, revenue-generating activities, or investments from outside sources. Every department in this institution has their own head to report to, whatever their issue may be. These heads are all called the undersecretaries within the departments of Science, American Museums, and the Smithsonian's business ventures. When there is an issue that demands higher attention, these issues are brought up to the secretary, who is in affiliation with the SANT director, and that person is the overseer of the 21 museums within the Smithsonian's structure. This organizational structure is typical for a museum of this capacity and size. But what issues are affecting the Smithsonian's National Museum of Natural History? The first issue that is affecting the Smithsonian is COVID-19. It is no surprise that COVID-19 affected not only the museums, but also everyone in our world. With the COVID lockdown, the museum had to officially shut down until May of 2021, so their visitations and their income decreased throughout the year. Due to the outbreak, they had to really get their online visitations back up so they can at least have some form of information being spread and some online revenue. Currently, the COVID-19 outbreak is still affecting them in 2023. The second issue is decrease in staffing. In comparison to 2019, there has been a decrease in fellows, interns, volunteers, and staff. This decrease has ranged from between a negative 10% all the way to a negative 57%. While COVID-19 might have a part to play in this decrease of staffage, it is not the sole cause and there are other outliers. The last issue that we're focusing on that is affecting the Smithsonian is their hold on research. In comparison to 2019, they had 792 research publications that were put out, but in comparison to 2020, they only have 614. Which amounts to a 23% difference. And COVID might have an effect on it, but there also could have been other outliers. This also includes new acquisitions and artifacts that are being discovered. Even now in 2023, there is only 28,000 new acquisitions compared to 2019 when there was 114,000. That's a 75% difference. And this difference is greatly affecting the Smithsonian and its surrounding communities. All these issues are affecting Smithsonian's museums and other institutions located in Washington, D.C. that are not affiliated with the Smithsonian. But what solutions can they come up with to solve these issues? One solution would be to look at the budgetary and fiscal report to see if there's any money that can be moved to hire different positions and staffing. The more staff the Smithsonian can hire, there would be more opportunities to create or continue research that has either been stalled or has not even been started. This would then create more information the public can discover. This also helps the hold on research and begin the process of gaining new acquisitions. If these issues are not addressed, they will continue to lose revenue, staffing, and any possibility of future projects conducted by this institution. There is also the possibility they will start to lose their principles and values along the way. These trends are most likely and already have started to affect surrounding museums in their area. Some belong to Smithsonian and others they do not. As far as similarities, COVID-19 has affected all institutions, and many have seen a decrease in research being produced and staffing issues. Many museums have also seen a decrease in visitation and more online visitors versus on-site. This can be partially due to the outbreak and the convenience of using your laptop to see what the institution offers. Regarding differences, the art museums in the surrounding area has had a huge and bigger loss of visitation and revenue, and they are struggling. So far, these trends have not greatly affected their values and ethics. However, if their revenue intake is heavily decreasing and they are desperate to find new ways to make more money, their ethos principle will be affected. The ethos principle describes transparency, so they will most likely not be as transparent as they used to be, and their ethics and morals might be put into question. My recommendation is that the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History is an outstanding institution. They honor not only our country's cultural heritage, but also all surrounding communities in the world that they have artifacts from. They are very dedicated to the public with the many programs that they have and are proactively trying to fix the issues surrounding their institution. Through technological advancements, they are creating ways for the public to interact with our world's history to gain a better perspective on how we came to be, and the Smithsonian will continue to do so in future years.